So, clicked on the video because the thumbnail gotcha, maybe. Or maybe you've just been here, part of the channel for a long time. Listen, I got my dream JDM car, and I'm super stoked on this one. I can't wait to build it, and I can't wait to show you. Without further ado, the JZX100. So, disclaimer, it's not exactly a JZX100. I've been doing a bunch of research on these cars. This is like my dream JDM car, obviously one with a 1J. But this car doesn't have an NA1J and it doesn't have a turbo 1J. It actually has a 1G, I believe is what it's called. G is gonna be the motor, X100 is the chassis, Chaser is the body style, Avente is the trim. I finally got it, and I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna do with it just yet. I know that I'm gonna build it. I've been considering a lot of things. Potential 1J, potential 2J, potential LS. Who knows what's gonna happen? I know LS would piss off a bunch of people. I definitely wanna get more involved into the JDM world. And so, jumping into the JDM world, I thought, what better car to buy than a Japanese BMW? This car has a ton of similar body lines, especially in the hood, that the 7 Series has as well. And so, the G motor is nothing like a JZ engine. The only similarity really is that it's an inline-6 Toyota engine, but you can see it has this big ugly distributor cap, which also means that it has that coil over there, and the distributor cap essentially runs on like a gear that's on the cam, and it distributes spark on the inside with a rotor, and that sends off spark to the spark plugs. So it's more of a economy style engine. This is definitely one of the cheaper, more affordable platforms of this car. It's the G motor, it's got an automatic transmission in it, and there's really nothing special to this powertrain. It's pretty basic. The body though is what I was really concerned about. Love the grille, I love all the styling, the shapes of all this stuff. On this model, the bumpers are definitely a little bit rounder than let's say like a Touring V. There's a couple of nicks in the paint, but this is on a like plastic or rubber trim. And you can kind of anticipate that happening from people's opening doors into your car. The beautiful thing is that it does have this little guard, so none of the metal actually got dented. I found one dent on the car, and actually, I'll show it to you here, and it's a little dent in the trunk. I don't even know if you guys can see it. That's how small that dent is. So again, super affordable, body's legit. I have a couple of plans with the body. I want to do like a Origin kit combined with the, I think it's called a Kamaza kit or a Kamaza. I'm not sure, I said the same thing again. Andy Gray from Japan, who drove in Formula Drift a few times, he has that bumper on his car and the side skirts, and I believe the rear bumper. But it makes the front end look a lot like an R34 GTR, and I really like the way it looks. Let's look at the interior though. It's got the cloth gray interior. None of it has been cleaned. We haven't touched it at all. This is how it got here off the trailer. Everything seems to be really good. The dash has a couple of like bubbles in it up top, but one of the things that stood out to me the most is these beautiful grandma Chaser covers. They got the Chaser logo embroidered into them. They drape them over the front seat and the back seats. It's a pretty basic car, and you think these cars are really big. I'm 6'1", 220 pounds. This is actually, interior-wise, a pretty small car. Now, the interesting thing is that when you drive it, the body's big, but the handling characteristics and how snappy and light the steering feels and how good the brakes and the gas kind of are responsive makes the car feel like it's small, but it's not a small car. It's just a tad bit shorter than the 740 IL that we have, but it feels more sporty. It doesn't feel like a heavy car. I don't think it'll start. Nope, it's too dead, that battery's bad. But this retract feature, I thought was pretty sick. So the other thing that I was pretty stoked on is Jolly pointed this out to me. There is a vent down here on the bottom of the dash that blows cold air straight at your crotch. The crotch cooler vent. It's pretty legit. So the car does have a hint of cigarette smoke in it. I think if I change the cabin filter, we'll be all right. I'm super stoked on this car. The only thing I really don't like about it is this Corolla looking steering wheel, which we're gonna throw a hold-fast alpha leather wheel in here for the daily boys. But dude, I'm so stoked. You guys are a big part of like making this stuff happen because you guys watch the channel and subscribe to the channel. People are willing to support us and do things like this. So we got a Chaser. Let me know what you think we should do. I have a couple of ideas. Potential 1J, potential LS, potential 4-seater car, angle kit. We were talking about going with an FDF kit, front and rear. Let me know what you think I should do to this car. I have a vision in my head on what I really want to do with it, but I'm curious to see what you guys have. Maybe one of you can talk me into doing something different than what I've already set my mind to. So stay close, jump in the comments, let me know what you guys think. We got our dream car, boys. It's time to get to work on this thing. I'm gonna go wash it. I'll see you in the next episode. Stay safe, boys.